Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the playing Block Factory. This is a game I'm excited for and they just dropped the demo over on Steam. So if you want to play this demo, we're playing the demo. It's available on Steam. Let's pop in and start a game, shall we? Julie Parme, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Check this out. So there's like this area, but then there's multiple areas. Other ones are locked. We've got to get these. I'm gonna call them Lego blocks. Got to get these blocks to unlock these areas. Looks like we'll get 6 from this space, maybe. Then that one costs 7. Maybe you can't get any further because it's the demo, right? But there's 6 to obtain here, and well, now it suggests. Oh, I guess we get 4 here and then unlock one of them. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But let's play the first level, and it might all look a little familiar to you, as this is very much sort of based on Shapes 2, which we've been playing recently. So we're going to go and extract blocks, not shapes, from these little areas, like that. And the demo's like really kind. It just kind of, well, the tutorial, let's call it, really just sort of walks you through the first few bits. So I didn't play this for too long before I started the stream. I was just like, you know, let's find out what's going on here. Yeah, this is good. Let's go for it. Oh, by the way, I got a freshly brewed coffee here. Not a decaf, a coffee. Made with the French press and coffee beans. I did not sleep well. I've had a few, like, over the last couple of weeks. I've had like 3 or 4 nights where I just like wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and just can't get back to sleep. So, that kind of sucks. Anyway, we're delivering this block right here. And we're getting coins for it now. But we've got a new goal, which is the algae. So when we finish getting 70 of these, we get a coin. Then we can use it to upgrade a machine. Pretty routine stuff for a factory building game. Let's go ahead and get some blocks. I can't remember if you need to put both of them in or if they're the same. Oh, they're different, yeah. Okay, so here's the block type, by the way. Like, you can see it there, and you can see it down the bottom there. You can see it on top of the building. So these are the 2 shapes, and we've got to make this thing down here on the bottom left. That's kind of the idea. Wandering Master, sorry to hear your sleep is being troublesome, so that's never any fun. Yeah, it's not the worst, but like you don't want it to become a habit. Usually I find like it's usually like once a month. It just seems to be a bit more frequent lately. Oh yeah, you got to click and drag in this game. I say, what's going on? Why are we not? That's to remove that. What the heck? Okay, let's try again. Okay, now click and drag works. There we go. Alright, so we're feeding in the 2 different shapes. Now this is where I think this game is going to stand apart from the other games like this that we've seen before. Check it out. Configure. You get to go into a 4x4x4 space and actually arrange this however you like, which is not what I was expecting. So we'll go ahead and do that and save it, right? Now it wants us to place another one. So we're going to use that same shape again. The one we've already got. Feed it over here. There we go. And then to create a splitter, as you can see, we just drag over the pre-existing one. So now we have 2 of the same shape arriving. Let's go into this space And plop it down. Now this one needs to be rotated. You can actually do a frontal flip and a lateral flip, as well as rotation. And then we plop it down, we save, and we've got our shape. There we go. It's not click and drag, is it? It's click once, drag, click again. Confusing myself a little bit. I'm playing too many games at the moment with different control schemes. By the way, we've got a coin over here. That was for that objective. Yelik, thanks for resubscribing, my dude. 5 months. And, goodness me, the Black Ranger PL, 100 months. Who would have thought? Here's to 100 more. Wow. Keep doing what you're doing, extra the best. I appreciate it so much, my dude. Who knows? Who knows how long I'll be doing this for? Alright, the gluer is up next, but we got to say thanks to the Black Ranger PL, who is going into the dungeon. I hope this updated. I'll probably say that every time, right? Oh, I really hope this has been updated. I'm pretty sure it has. This is a rare moment around here. There's only a handful of people that Evil X has locked up. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. You could probably do the math, if you really wanted to know. Oh man, this is some good coffee. I like how coffee makes my brain feel stimulated. That's going to be interesting on this stream, because I'll definitely need to stimulate the brain to do some problem solving today. Yeah, check out all these amazing people who have been here for over 100 months. It's just insane. There you are, my dude. There you are. Let me out. I regret everything. Thorgus says, but the crowd is growing. The dungeon needs some expansions. Yeah, we'll probably tweak some things there over time. All right, up next, Starfish and the Gluer. So if we look, actually it's going to tell me which ones, isn't it? Or is it getting a little lax, getting a little open now? I thought it told me... Anyway, when we click on here, it actually gives you a breakdown of the different shapes that you need, which is interesting. So this one here. So we're going to extract. And this one here will do just fine. Going to need to send those into the gluer. Now that's different from the stacker. I think the stacker is vertical and the gluer is for things that are next to one another. There we go. And then from over here, all the way down to almost there. You might be pointing out that if I want to scale up production, right? Might be, not building this the best way. But that's fine. I don't think the game works quite like that. By the way, I don't think we can drag and select, so there might not be like big copy-paste tools for scaling up production. Not sure. There is control copy on a building, though. And I am getting ahead of myself a little bit, but let's just finish off what I'm doing here. So we're going to take that one. Is that pointing? I think it's actually pointing into the correct spot. Okay. So we're gonna take this one and use it twice, right? When we open up this machine, you'll see why. Oh, look at me. I've done it all wrong. There it is. Okay, nice. A little configure button. So, gonna drag that down here. Now this one also suggests maybe you can glue things vertically, because it allows you to have height. I'm entirely sure. Anyway, then we have the next one which we configure, and as you can see, we've taken that shape we've just made, and then we're attaching that bit on that side. That gives us the desired shape that we're looking for. So go bring this in over here. Bring this in over here. Fragrant Badger is here for 17 months. with the Prime. Good morning, you absolute legend. Oh, thank you. Very kind. Very kind. Right, next up is the cutter. This is as far as I got when I played the demo earlier. It only accepts simple single pieces. I think that means you can't put something like this into it. You have to do the raw stuff. Right, so we need to find three different types of block near each other-ish, maybe. That looks like one, that looks like one. Where else are there a handful of these near each other? Maybe that. Oh, it did want me to use the cutter. Maybe that allows us to get this block. Maybe there isn't actually... I'm seeing 3s, but no 2s. There's a 1. Yeah, I think that's the trick. So this strikes me as the location to do this. Let's go ahead and have one there. One here. One there. And then sort of bring them to a similar area together. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do here, but we're going to start by getting them in front of us. Okay, so we need 4 of this. That's interesting. We need to glue 2 of those together. Dude, why does it look like he's got an eye on him? Dude, there's so little... Can you look right there? Can you squint at your monitor and tell me there's an eye on the side of that turtle? Petition for second floor of the dungeon. Why does it need to be a second floor? Because that would be weird to do visually. Black Ranger, have a great rest of your day. And welcome to the dungeon. I hope you enjoy your stay. X, do you find it fun when folks put their own spin on pronouncing your username? Or do you prefer when folks stick to the canon pronunciation? What's the canon pronunciation? The whole thing is that everyone says it differently, right? That's the whole thing. That is canon. Yeah, Yola's saying it's a Corrales turtle eye. Good eye. The Corrales eye, definitely. That is the best. That is probably the best Minecraft skin, Corrales' one. Just those eyes are just so classic. They never fail to make me laugh when we're hanging out. Just a constant look of like astonishment. Hey, look down here. You can see there's an eye on the side of it as well. So let's start with the cutter, which I think is going to be quite a simple. In fact, I've got a feeling this is going to be maybe the last bit we attach. So let's put a cutter back here. So we've got a new machine here, the cutter. Let's see. Yeah, it gives you an option. This game's really quite friendly with this bit here. I feel like other games are a bit technical. They get you like rotating and doing difficult stuff, whereas this one, it's like once you get it to the machine, it's quite flexible in what you want it to do, which I like that. That's different. Okay, so we're going to need 4 of those. We need to double up this one, so let's go ahead. Can we put like a thing right here? Slowly getting used to these control schemes. So, oh, that's the wrong thing. Why would the cutter be in with the blocks? Guess it kind of makes sense. So now we click on this thing and drag our 2 pieces together. That's the top of the turtle, right? Now I should be able to save that. Oh, I'm using a stacker. We want a gluer. Because it's side-by-side stuff, right? This is making sense. Okay, we'll save that. I like. Now we want 4 of those. Interesting. Does that mean I'm going to run it through 4 different gluers? Or actually there would be stackers because it's going to be vertical. I think it does. I think that's the way you would handle this. So let's create a little bit of an array here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So first one goes in here. Second one can come across. Oh, it sort of knows where to connect it. That's good. Yeah, it's sort of automatically snapping. Oh, done that the wrong way around. Kind of getting the hang of it now, right? And then this is going to come and join with the final piece. So that needs to go into here. And then we just configure these one by one. We got more noises in the air. It's Bell Steven here for 31 months with the Prime. Thank you, Bell. Appreciate it. Or Steven, I think they usually refer to you as. Wandering Mars says, this game looks so friendly. I really enjoyed the original shapes for its visual minimalism and how approachable it felt. I like how this game feels a little like that as well. I agree. Simple aesthetics, a nice cutesy, bright environment. Let me focus on the visuals and do the task at hand. I like that. I like it too. Michael Stiggles here for 94. We got someone else approaching the dungeon. Is it Factorio? No. Is it Satisfactory? No. Is it Shapes? No. It's Block Factory. Yay. Good morning, X. Happy to see you enjoy Satisfactory so much. I do as well. And I agree that not having followed the updates as close results in more enjoyment of the 1.0 release. Absolutely. That's how I felt about it. Let's go ahead and put that there. And save. Yeah, I was playing yesterday and really enjoying it. Hypno was streaming. I was playing some other games, doing some other stuff. Oh, we've got to rotate that. That's why. Do we have a bit of a problem here? We actually don't. I thought we might, but we don't. Okay. Yeah, we've exceeded the space. Huh. Oh, let's go back a step. I've just noticed that I've made a mistake. I looked at the thing again. I was doing it from memory, you see. Yeah, I love the building in Satisfactory. I feel like the whole, like, I'm glad I'm playing with others because the whole tech tree of like this thing into that material, that isn't that appealing in that game. I find the being in the 3D environment draws me away from that aspect of managing all that stuff. It's much better to see that in like a 2D environment like Factorio or Shapes or this game. What I find great about that game is the aesthetics, man. Like the world is really immersive, and putting together these factories looks so cool. And I'm not actually that bothered by figuring out the tech tree because it kind of looks just a little grindy and simple. And so, you know, the others are like putting together these really cool factory lines, processing all the materials. I'm just grabbing the materials and building, and it's fun. Right, that is me done with that coffee. I feel stimulated. Mickle Stickle, thank you again so much, my dude. Little Kyra06, thank you for resubscribing. Goofy Me, thank you for 15 months of support. Woo. 15 months. Appreciate it, my dude. Might haven't... That's the old shape, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to say. So, we have an issue here where I think, for now, all I know that we do is we simply rebuild. By the way, I just used the copy tool, which might have copied across its properties. Yeah, so look at the top. It copies across its properties. Now, when it comes to clearing these things, there's a latest item on it. There is a clear tool. So if can I drag select here? Shift. Okay, yeah, if you hold down shift, you can drag, select, and clear things. That is what I was thinking about. So let's go ahead and clear that. And then let's go rebuild this. Okay, nice. We learned a few tricks. It's still the wrong way around. What the heck happened back here? Like, is there like a quick button? I keep wanting to press Q because I've been playing Factorio a lot to just like pick up the same building. I love little tools like that. Here's a thought. Here's some food for thought. Like, should games have universal hotkeys? Because honestly, like, I think Factorio has like such an optimized set of shortcuts and tools. It'd be kind of great if similar games just used the same shortcuts, right? Or maybe you know, maybe that's not so desirable. It would certainly help me and my poor little brain trying to remember all the controls all the time. All right, so that worked a treat. We should have. Is this it here? Yeah, this thing is the last thing to be connected. I think we're using. I think we're using the gluer again. Let's go ahead and plop that down here. Oh, by the way, you can play in like a top-down view like this. I think I might try that for a little bit just to see if I do a little better. I do like the 3D view, but we can do it this way too. Now that really looks like the correct shape to me, just without the eyeballs. I wonder if there's like a paint feature where you change the colors or maybe add stickers onto them. That could be interesting. Yeah, let's stick to this view for a minute. It doesn't let me use the like rotate camera, which I'm trying to do. Most genres have interchangeable hotkeys already, know. Yeah, you can always change keybinds. That's true, that's true. Diorama. Now you can open up the diorama by clicking on the altar and place the figurines in their positions. Once a diorama is completed, you'll progress to the next one. I immediately want to look up... Right. Diorama dictionary, because it made me think of the word mural. A three-dimensional miniature or life-size scene in which figures... while stuffed wildlife or other objects are arranged in a naturalistic setting against a painted background. Interesting. Diorama. I feel like I've heard that word somewhere recently or something. It made me want to look it up. Diorama. Maybe we've used it on Hermitcraft? Because you could refer to the things Cleo does as dioramas. Okay, so complete the diorama. Now we go put turtle on the beach down here. No? Oh, is there a spot for you? Like there? Right, because I can see there's some bits that are specific. Right, so I don't get to be creative there. Sorry, there were some bits that are darked out. I'm having a little bit of trouble finishing my sentences, it feels like. Now, we got 3 out of 4. Let's keep playing because we'll get... Jeez, calm down with those sound effects. We'll get 4 out of 4 real soon. Cleo does armor stand dioramas, yes. Does she use that word? Because that's probably where I've heard it. And why it made me go, ugh. Right, you can speed up the game. There's bug reports. There's a color wheel. Ooh, there's like a whole bunch of information here. I think actually that's referring to how to make those colors. Which will probably come in handy later. This game has some serious potential right now, I think. So select area, deselect, delete, fast destroy, select line. That's interesting. I think I know how that'll work. Oh, right, we've got to do select line and then we'll do the V thing. So if I hover here... That didn't seem to do it. That does look like O. / click plus click. O doesn't seem to actually do anything, but click and click. I don't know, select line. Sounded like it might select the whole belt line from like machine to machine. Rotate, flip, destroy. I don't know what pipette is. We've done clear, and placing markers would be interesting. So V, C, and M. Right, V isn't doing anything. C just seems to pop out your menu, and M, create a marker. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Right, now we got all the coins, right? What happens next? What happens next? There's no, like, scale-up reward here, which I think's interesting. I don't know if we'll find something like that later on. There's also a destroyer machine here. Interesting. Right. So now we'll go back. How do we go back to... That's for the camera. There's undo and redo up the top, I just noticed. Save and continue to next level. There's a button in the bottom left for it. You sound different, X, as PG109. Well, it's early in the morning. Could be the position of the microphone. I noticed that messes things up a bit. Pipette should be the copy selected object tool. Oh, it could be the Q thing. Right, okay, we'll have to try that again. Right, we can upgrade or better machines. Let's go check out. Like, I like the idea of... oh, wow. That's cool. That's cool. Right, so you can... You are able to... Hang on, let's have a read. You're able to use one extra unit of the pieces you send into any stack here. Does that mean one of the inputs you get to use twice? And then this is like having 3 input, which is kind of the same. Because you could just feed 2 of these in, right? That are the same. One extra unit of the piece you send into any gluer. Now, this on the left might be better if belt speed starts to throttle your production. Now, there are double cutters, super stackers, soft paint is bright. I want to unlock all this stuff. Blueprints, painting speed and modifier speed. Wow. I'm tempted to go with this on the right hand side. I really like the look of getting these. So I want to go with the gluer first for some reason. Now, will it let me see the next level of gluer? It doesn't yet. Oh my god, I'm gonna get hooked on this game, aren't I? Right, so we have one of these things from doing that, and that allows us to unlock this level. I don't know how far the demo is going to let us go, by the way, but I am in so far. I feel like I am for this game. Okay. Right, so we wanted to do... Oh my god, what is this? Sloper? You can cut and modify the same pieces using the sloper machine. That makes sense, yeah. Alright, so we've got to make this... Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Stuff is starting to really click. Is it... That's just colour, isn't it? That's not, like, something being highlighted. So we're going to learn how to paint in this level, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Let's just grab that sloper. Now... It said about the pipette tool, is it called? Yep, that's the Factorio equivalent of Q. Wait, where are we going? Over here. Easier general. I think game it will be in. What's in creative? Interesting. Pipette, I'm going to change you to Q. Oh, what is Q used for? I don't see Q anywhere else here. Huh. Select line is definitely... Oh, there's no... I don't see a Q here. Okay, let's just do that again. Oh, wait. I know where it might be. It might be in here. Is it for rotating the camera? It is. I haven't been using that. I've been using middle mouse click. So let's go and get rid of these. And then we can make use of them in here. I might use the E one for something as well. I don't know what would be useful for E. Maybe the configure. I think configure I'd prefer as E. Although, you can click on that quite easily on the screen. I'll keep it in mind that there might be another tool I want to just have, like, immediately next to where my hand is. You know how it is. You know what I'm getting at. On that easy access. You're not sticking around, you're Canadian. Oh, that say no more. I'm joking. It's currently 1:16 in the morning. Got ya. Yeah. Go get your sleep. Dang. Get some rest. All right, so we got to do quite a lot here. This is an interesting increase in difficulty. That is actually going to be useful for us along with this one. So we can start over here, which I think we will. We'll just get going. I don't think we need to think about it too much. Teleport? Say what? I think that is the equivalent of crossing belts. That is their answer to crossing belts. Because there isn't a vertical space in this game as far as I'm aware. So I'm going to guess that's what that's about. Let's bring you over here somewhere. Go get another extraction machine. And we're going to need 4 of these for every one of those. So it's actually really similar to what we just did a moment ago. Now, we're going to stack every single time, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be a stacking machine, as we're dealing with... Actually, it might not. We might need to alternate. We'll soon find out. We will soon find out. So, probably going to put this over here. Yeah, before we get carried away then... and then I think we want this side to be the one that goes like that. Yeah, as I said, before we get too carried away... Okay, let's use my Q button, like in Factorio. Yeah, that's now not working, is it? There we go, that's the way it's set up. Right, so, first machine, I can press E. Yeah, I actually have to go click on it, so I think that hotkey doesn't make much sense. Oh my god, some of these... Wait, no. This machine can flip them. This machine can flip them, right? Okay, let's rotate. Where's my, like... F and G aren't doing it. How do I flip that around totally? Okay, let's just save for a second. Which probably wasn't a good idea. Is there, like, an upside-down one? Or was there a new block? Gluing, stacking. Maybe the other type of machine flips it. Cutter, the sloper. Maybe I have to make my own. Oh, I feel like I might be making a mistake here. Okay, Dreaming Melody, thanks for the nice message, my dude. A teleporter. Wait, the tech is very limited. It looks as if you can only cross belts with it. Yeah, that's probably its solution, right? To the crossing belts bit. You believe I was flipping the selected block. I tried all the buttons, right? I think you're supposed to do this a different way now. Well, it still could be a little bit tricky. We'll find out. Also, look, this thing doesn't have to be fully placed over the space. I don't know if that slows down the rate at which the blocks come out, but I've yet to see that be a problem in this game. Like, you know, you have to get a certain rate of blocks or whatever. Right, let's go check out that new one that we've got. The sloper, was it? So if we put this in and configure it. Now look at that. It does all the different shapes, right? And it can make both types of shape that we are after. How do I then say A-OK? Let's save. Is that it? I feel like there should be a save button on that. Okay, pick that up. That's what we want. Right, so the correct shape is coming out. This one needs configuring. And it needs to be the opposite shape. Then we just exit out of that. Right, here's where I think I wish I'd have got the triple stacker. Because the gluer is for side by side. If only I'd known, eh? If only I'd known. So I guess we start with that, and then we go. Can't go directly in. That's fine. And then this thing's going to go here. Configure this. Yeah, a little bit of a problem there. Right, the underside first. The triple stacker here would have been awesome for this. Would have used it straight away. Oh, is the... Okay, I see what I've done wrong. Also, let's try sticking to... Whoops, press the wrong button. Let's try sticking to this again. For a moment here, because the buildings kind of obscure the view of stuff around them a little bit, right? Okay, this goes here. Put that on top. We get to save. Right, so now that's going to be making the block that we need to combine with... Oh, look! The preview down here is kind of locked because of the camera view. Okay, so we need to get some green, although it's already coloured. What shape is that? That is the exact shape that we want. Okay then, grab some blocks. Bring them to our destination. And what are we using here? A stacker again, right? Let's configure it. Oh yeah, it needs some input. Right, I'm going to switch to standing now. Wow, so epic gameplay. I'm not sure if you're sarcastic or not. How do y'all feel about this game so far? How you liking it? The demo is out on Steam. And, you know what? I think it's going to be a good game. Feels like it's pretty far along already. I'm kind of interested to see what other things it's got up its sleeve. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways this could go. So far, it's feeling a little bit kind of predictable and straightforward, but I'm liking the things about it that are different from other ones. Like this. This is a very friendly way to kind of handle that stuff. Like, it's not getting very technical and tricky. It's making this stuff like more fun and accessible, I think. So anyway, that is the pumpkin, I believe, successfully done. I think it's something I also want to play myself, says Wandering Moss. There you go. Lego, says Darwin. Yeah, it's definitely got Lego. It shapes Lego, basically, isn't it? I can't decide about this camera. When I'm in the top-down view, I kind of have this desire to want to go 3D. But then when I'm like rotating around, some of the machines are obscuring the view a little bit. Very fussy. Oh no. For some reason, I just think about all these things. Right, so the diorama we're creating in the middle is gonna... Oh, I've done something wrong. It needs to be on the left side, right? I put mine on the right side, so when you rotate it, that would be always in the incorrect side. So we go and plop that there, will be good. Cool. Yeah, so... This is farming, so you can see how the pumpkin would go into this patch. In fact, we can actually see where they would go already. So then there's going to be other similar farming-related items over here. Let's speed up the game. I think I prefer it visually to shapes. It's not dark and smart-looking. I think shapes looks gorgeous. By the way, for those of you that have watched my Shapes 2 stuff, the Make Anything machine, I was getting really sucked in, and I got myself into like the I think under 0.5 or something. Like I got myself into the 1% with my operator rank. I think I was in like way under 0.5. Anyway, so I'm doing lots of the random shapes to get up there, and each time they add a layer to the random shapes, the further in you get, and unfortunately, it means you have to go backwards and completely rebuild your stacker logic for detecting what you're dealing with. Is it still rejecting these? Let's pause and see what I did wrong. Kind of looks right to me. Let's finish the thought on the shapes thing first, right? You have to rebuild the stacker logic. Is it that the block itself just needs a rotation? Huh. You have to, anyway, shapes too. You have to rebuild the stacker logic. And it gets more and more complex with each layer. So I'm dealing with 4 layered shapes. And I realize when the 5th layer comes along, I'm going to have to rebuild it again. Because of the way it works. I don't know if you can plan out far enough ahead to make it backwards compatible for like 8 layers. I don't know how many layers it's going to go up to. And then it starts breaking other logic in the system. It seems like some of the AND gate stuff that I created stopped working. And that really kind of put like a downer on it, because I was actually really enjoying the game a lot, and then it just, like, the tedium kind of kicked up a notch. I feel like I don't know what I've done wrong here. Oh, actually, I do know what I've done wrong. I can see it at long last. Huh. The top is made of 2 parts, says Vossalella. Well, fortunately, we can rotate here and see. It is indeed the top that's made of 2 parts. That's a small detail that I kind of overlooked there. So, did we do the bottom bit first? We did. So that's fortunate. So when we get to around here, we kind of need to redo all of this. Okay, let's get it playing again. Because now we need to cut this into 2. We got a cutter, but I'm not sure if it works that way. Configure. Yeah, it lets you cut it down like that. I guess you wouldn't get 2 out of it though, would you? So that means we're going to need to do that and that. Right, that should work. And then what did we do? Another stacker here. Okay. Something's not quite right. Let's go configure some stuff. Okay. Now, here's where it would be a good idea to keep the preview on the screen. Oh, it is actually. It's down there on the left. It disappears from the top right. Okay, I think we've done it. Aren't there only 4 layers in shapes, says Maddie. If there's 4 as a limit, I might be inclined to continue. Dang, you might just get me back into playing shapes again. But I thought if it goes higher than 4, it's going to drive me mad. Okay, we've got to build a bluebird next. It's got an eye on it as well, which I think is something that comes later. But here it's going to introduce us to the painter. So we're going to need, what's that, like 4 unique blocks. However, 1 we might get from the same place. Might also be possible to make it without using the dyer. That being said, I don't actually see any blue blocks anywhere. Okay, so let's think about, if we get that shape, we can split it into those. No, that's not how the splitter works, or cutter, is it? Actually, no, it would be. It would be. Okay. Okay. Do we have that shape? I'll show you what I mean. It's kind of awkward to make out what shape that is. Can I click on it? It's kind of got a code. I think what I need is a better visualization. That's the shape right there, isn't it? That's the shape that I want. So let's go ahead and find out how this dyeing stuff works. So we've got a painting machine. Now there's a dye dispenser and a painter together. Okay, the blue's here. Is that how it works? Yeah, okay, so the dyes just go on belts. That's kind of smart. Let's go get a painter. Are we running at full speed? No, we're not. Yeah, I was going to say that shouldn't require any configuration. That should be pretty straightforward. Now, here's what we're going to do next. We're going to split this into two, and we're going to run it through the cutter. It doesn't seem to like that. Oh, it's the sloper I've picked out. Oh, we got two. Why can't I demolish it? There we go. Right. One of those. Thank you very much. Over here. One of those. Thank you very much. Right, that is two of the shapes that we need. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add, let's see, one here, one there. Now you're thinking, why 4x? Why are you getting 4 of these suckers? Let's go put that there. Okay, let me remember what I was doing. Oh, no, I got the wrong idea. Kinda. Yeah, we want that. Except really I wanted it over here. So I think the copy tool will copy across, yeah, it copies across the settings. Okay. Now we're going to put a belt here. You might see where I'm going with this. Then we're going to want that machine here. Okay, then we need the color yellow. Oh, we actually don't have access to the dye, do we? We have to... Okay, so plans change again. We have to go and put an extractor down here. Yeah, we're probably going to get in our own way if we're not careful. Let's go put this here. So, wonder what happens when we feed this one into here. Because that's an interesting block size, and these are usually quite friendly. Alright, we have to clear that, basically. Might have to run it through twice. Can I can put them straight into each other. That's interesting. Nope. Maybe try without copy paste. Yeah, I think you always need a belt between them, don't you? I've been watching Block Factory since 2016 on your channel, says Mad Zodin. I mean, the demo of this game came out literally yesterday. I think you're going mad. Right, so after that one, I guess we want the sloper, right? Wow, you can go into some detail here with the different slopes. Anyway, we've now got all the shapes that we want. We just got to assemble them. So, what is at the bottom? It's this one, and then we want the square. They just happen to be next to each other. That is kind of lucky. Because that means we'll go like this. Pick that up. Okay, let's go configure. So far, so good. This goes on your head. Now, I wonder if we're going to have a problem here. Does that work? Because we're putting... We're putting these blocks, like, on top of the other block. This next one's going to be slightly different. Okay, let's configure it. That one yeah, look. See? So let's go cancel that. This one here is going to have to wait, I think. Got to wait for something to come in. There we go. Oh, maybe it needs the gluer, because it's not going to go on top either, is it? It's going to go alongside. Okay, so we need a gluer, which probably let's try and find out. Probably could have done that last time. Let's go back in and put this up top. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. There we go. That button to get the camera angle. I feel like when you drag that around, you need a little indicator of like what you're actually pointing at, and make it a little quicker, a little easier. Yeah, gluing next, right? Go into the machine and give this thing a little glue. So, oh no, I guess we were experimenting. So gluing is side by side, right? Now it lets me glue at the bottom layer, and that's it. Like when it appears at the top, can't put it on there. Right, so you have to deal with the bottom level of what you're looking at. That actually means we need to go back to maybe as far as oh, this messes up our production line. This makes everything a hassle. If I swap those two around, I think we'll be okay. Huh. Right, I'm going to do this. So let's see if I can keep track of everything. I'm going to copy those, rotate them, and put them back here. There's no, like, overrides, which is kind of annoying. Make it a little easier to move this stuff around. Should copy all the configurations. We want to do that clear thing again. So shift select and I. Okay, there we go. Now I want to be joining that with this one here. So let's go ahead and swap these two over. Did you leave anything over there? No. Okay. Yeah, so we got to glue these together. Not quite. Is that it? Or I think I've still got the wrong thing. Oh yeah, look. Okay, just build that again. That's the one we want. And we want to rotate that. There we go. Save that. So that's gonna get stacked on top of this, essentially. And then that thing goes on at the very top. Right. So we're gonna put stacker here. Stacker there. That should set us up now. Right, configure them one by one. Where's my little... There it is in the bottom left. Little reference. Beautiful. Come on, we done it. Beautiful stuff. Speed up the game. All right. The blue bird looks very parrot. Yay! That's good. All right, we've got the crusher now. Destroy blocks with a crusher machine to obtain the die of that block. Interesting, interesting. We're going to make a crow next. Not intuitive when it allows 4x4x4, but I guess that's just the shape height, not the gluing height. I guess it's a quirk of it you got to learn, but I did point that out earlier that it refers to vertical space being valid. I think that's probably for like the final thing, so you can't glue some things together that are going to be taller than that, which I guess is going to be true of any shape you make, whatever the methodology. So now when we look at this, I think this game is ramping up the difficulty pretty steep, right? But when we look at this, I can see a couple of things that are interesting about it. We need to build like one layer at a time, and that means we've got to glue certain parts of that together. Okay, let's go ahead and put this thing back down to normal speed. Right, we need yellow and black, and here's the black slopey bits. So let's go ahead and put down an extractor. Just get a few of those on the belt in front of us. So that is like a 2-wide slope. Now, in our fella here, we're going to use that twice at the top, but then we're not going to use it anywhere else. So this is where I think we need to get the black dye and convert it into that block, and then convert that block into these blocks. Then we're also going to use that to create all of these shapes. Okay, I can see slightly what we're doing here. What I think is interesting is how you choose to arrange it. Like, we actually, the way we put this together, I think that's pretty clean, right? I'm not sure how much further you could compact that, but we're potentially going to get into a little bit of a messy situation with blocks here. Potentially. I'm also starting to think a little bit about... Hey, let's do an experiment, by the way. Like, does that pump out slower? Well, clearly. Yep. Okay, so it pumps out slower when it's like that. All right, all right. I think what I'm going to do... I can't really merge the belts, right? I kind of want to make use of both. Maybe if we just... I don't know if this affects anything, but what if I just cut off production of the previous thing? And we go ahead and try and get the maximum out of this. Right. So yeah, now we've got 2 of those, right. So, first thing we need to do is paint one of these black. Therefore, we've got to extract more of this stuff, feed it into a crusher, and then that's going to give us our paint. Lucky Tiger Kitten, 76 months, tier 3 subscription right there. Lucky, thank you so much for all you do. Supporting me here, that's amazing. Evil X is in his house. Already a month again? Wasn't it last anniversary just yesterday? Yeah, that's because a month isn't 30 days. It's... How does it work? It's like you can turn up on the last day of the month, right? And then turn up on the first day of the next month. But I think the month is timed to when you first subscribe, right? So it doesn't have to align with the months as we know them. But it's the equivalent of like telling someone, I saw you last month, where you saw them 5 minutes ago because it's midnight at the end of the month, right? Like, it's that kind of thing. Okay, we got paint. We're going to bring the paint somewhere over here. And we're going to paint these blocks. That's our first step. Okay. And then we got those there. Now, these shapes need to be processed. Well, actually, no. One of them doesn't, and then the other does. Let's go ahead and create a split here. I want to try and keep this nice and compact as well. So here's where we need to run it through, I believe, the cutter. You know what? I wonder if in the controls here, like I'm just paying attention to why, like the reflexes I have. What is deselect? Cancel. Right, so this one here. Now, I don't know if the pipet tool is going to conflict here, right? But I'm very used to just pressing Q to cancel and then... Oh, look at that! That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh, if there was a nice little override there, that would suit me very well. Let's go and remove. Yeah. Or maybe E. Maybe E would be a better button there for me. But anyway. Okay, what do we get out of the end of that then? Oh, did I configure it? No. So we can cut it in half. Good. Then we're going to need a sloper. And we're going to create that one. Yeah, it's that one. Right, so now we have, if we look at our fella again, we've got 1, 2, 3. Now we just got to sort out yellow. Now what I noticed for yellow is that it's sloped, but then you want to cut it in half. So come back down over here. We're going to want to run this thing through the sloper first, I believe. So we go in here and we have a look. We can do that. Oh, it lets you compare them side by side. That's super cool. I think I'm going to sneeze, people. I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh! Let that one out, I did. Why is there an arrow pointing that way there? That was weird. Okay, then we want to cut. We want to cut. Got that Echo and the Bunny Man song in my head now. Spare us the cutter. Or however it goes. Right. Now, one thing we like to do is to line up all these belts for creating these items. Which we've kind of done here. But now we've got to think about the order in which we put them together. So we start with the 2 feet, which are here. And actually, I might as well immediately glue those together. It is going to be gluing that we're doing here. So the space that we got here works out nicely, actually. Look, it's like I somehow foresaw that, but I definitely didn't. It might look like I foresaw that, but trust me, I didn't. It also puts us right next to the one that we want to stack. So I was going to think about this a little more, but it's kind of looking like things are already in a pretty good order. Configure. So we've got our feet. Then we've got that layer. Now, I think the next thing we need to do is glue. We want to glue this with 2 of those flappy ear things, which are right there. This is where I think we're going to use the teleporter now. Let's go ahead and give it a try. So, how far does that go? That's pretty reasonable. That's pretty reasonable if you ask me. Again, there's another arrow here. Like, why is there an arrow? It's pointing out the back of that thing. I think it's because if you put a belt here, it'll be a part of the process there. Okay. We have to double this one up, right? When we join it with that. That's going to be gluing. And remember this. Oh, it was a great decision. That being said, we probably actually want it more over here. Yeah, that's where we want it. Okay. Whoopsie. Gonna have to rebuild it now. Interesting. No, not interesting. I thought we might have an issue with them all being right next to each other there, but we don't. Okay, so for the gluing, level 3, please. Right, let's configure that. So it's going to be that one there. Flappy thing. Flappy thing. Right, then we just stack these together, and then we've got to put the other two on top. Let's get ourselves a stacker. Do I have two outputs here? No. Just confusing myself somehow. Keep pressing Q to get rid of the thing. Wait a minute. Is it that way around? Something's wrong. Right, feet. Yeah, it's that. Hang on. Like that? I think we got it. I'd say so far so good. I don't think I've made any mistakes. Now, as for the speed at which we produce these, I wonder if we can visibly see a bottleneck. It kind of looks like the machines are the bottleneck. Or maybe this one here. This might be the one bit that's slowing it down. Actually, the bottleneck kind of starts here on this side, doesn't it? So if we wanted to adjust for that... what would we do? Double it up? Which might be possible. It might be possible to get a little extra bandwidth out of here. I kind of want to experiment with that, but just not right now. We'll come back to that notion. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to keep all of this machinery stuff sort of going in a line. And just take a step back and look at that. Relatively compact, I'd say. There's a couple of places where you can probably nudge them over a block. But we've kind of lined up the machines nicely there to do what they got to do. And we'll continue to do that. So, actually, what I need to do is first glue two of these together. And since they're coming in from this direction, we'll play nice. So I want to have it roughly about there. Okay, so those two get glued together. Snap one in, snap the other on rotation. And save. Ash, 3584, thank you so much for 17 months. Really appreciate it, my dude. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. We also got Flower Gamer 2021 for 5 months. Just reached 5 months. Boy, does time fly. Thank you for the support. It does indeed fly. I guess we got to get out of the way of the machine for the next bit. So now we do a stacker. This is it. This is basically it. Slap that on there. Does it require rotation? It does. It lets me save even though it isn't in the middle block, I've just noticed. Huh. Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's send you to the middle. Perfect alignment. Now, currently, it doesn't look like the production is going to slow down. But if we just pay attention to this bit here, I think we'll see this is going to start to run out of stock in a couple of places. So here and also there. So these are the machines that are slowing you down. Now, I reckon you could do something like this over here. Could be wrong, but we'll soon find out. Haha. Oh wait, no, it's the wrong thing. I've looked at it the wrong way around. Oh, I forgot about the painting. Whoops. Forget all that. Forget all that. I guess what we want to do is grab that and scale it up by putting them here. Interesting way to quickly scale stuff though. Just drag across. Might have to recreate some bits. Okay, so these don't get updated. You're going to have to replace those. Then same problem at the end. Now they all get to come through. Now, how much faster is that? I think it might only need 2. 3 might... Nah, it's starting to back up, so that's good. So then the next issue on our production line is clearly coming from here. So we kind of need to do the same thing again, right? And actually, this might be kind of simple. So let's copy and paste differently this time. Let's just do it like that and then put in the belts manually. I thought I might have to rebuild some of the extraction stuff here. What about that one? Does it make sense that it's configured like that? Oh, interesting. I think we're going to be okay here. Actually, yeah, look at the way this is all set up now. I'm not really sure if that's good or bad, because that side's backed up. Well, that one don't ever really need to connect to that, so that can go straight through. So we can do the same thing there. Okay. But that one has the ability to push down, which is not doing. Maybe that one should just go straight across then. Now, in theory, that might have made it a tiny, teeny bit faster, but it doesn't feel like it. Right, I think what I'm going to do is add yet another one of these. Right, but I don't want you to connect like that is the thing. Actually, maybe I do. Okay, so we got a little bit more balanced here. I don't know. It looks to me like it's helping. Then again, there's nothing happening here. It treats that like yeah, it's blocking that one, isn't it? Huh. Okay, let's go ahead and actually change this again. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, so we're splitting it up into 3. So I think here is where you kind of want it to do that. Okay. Yeah, not really sure if that's going to make the difference or not. Plus, there's less coming through here now. You know what I can do? Is do this as well. So try and maximize how much stuff is coming through just by adding extra bits here and there. It ain't pretty, but we're just learning. Now that bit there looks a little absurd, so we'll get rid of it. And actually, this one's just running entirely off of those two now. And I think we might be starting to see signs of it backing up. This is where I think this second branch here just doesn't make any sense. You know, just we've got 2 lines, just run them through. But like, why does that one get backed up and not this one? Maybe if I cleared it all, they would run at the same pace. Yeah, this is definitely the bit where it gets throttled. Interesting. I was like, what's going on over here? Oh yeah, we got that thing. So I think in our next one, let's try and be conscious of like getting a really strong throughput, which is a type of yogurt, if you didn't know. Oh, it's already given me my next one. Wow. Now, how the heck do I stack it that high? Did it give me... Okay, we've got lots of new stuff down the bottom here. So, jeez. Enlarger? Big oh my god, we just got so much stuff. I've got to learn. I got to learn. By the way, how'd you get like these to go away over here? Actually, no, that's exactly what I want. I want it to tell me this. Okay, enlarger allows to connect small machines to big machines. Interesting. That is like a belt conversion thing, basically. Let's go over here. Right, and then a big belt is like a, oh my god, like a, okay, I did not see this coming, chat. I did not know we were going here. Right. Let's go put a little belt in and find out what this does. Huh. Right, so they still just hold one piece. Interesting. I mean, maybe the idea of this block is just to help you get those onto there, and then the big belts are for something else. So then the big teleporter is obviously just going to be the teleporter for that. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. So this is why we've got this grid size here with like 1s and 3s. Also, I don't know if these little half blocks are significant, but now we're doing stuff on a bigger scale. So now we've been given the super stacker. Oh dear God, it scales up. And the mega stacker? What the heck? Right, super stacker, mega stacker. Okay, super gluer, mega gluer. This game is scaling up the difficulty pretty fast, isn't it? Right, then there's also something new here, which is Destroyer. We saw that. I saw it. We never used it. That's for destroying excess stuff. And so Mega Destroyer. Interesting. So now the game sort of scales up. That explains this somewhat. I think if we go inside of a super stacker and a mega stacker, we're going to learn. So the super stacker is, interestingly, it's got inputs on two sides, but we've only got things coming through the middle, so they don't get shimmied across, and we have to put blocks in. All right. Okay, let's go back. Let's go build another one of these. So we want to look at both that machine and this one. Let's go get a belt. Right, it should go into all those locations. Let's check out the first one. Let's configure it. Okay, now we can make things that are 12 by 12. Got it. So that explains how we're going to build this next thing. And then the gluer is just the same logic again. All right, so this is... whew, this is something. Okay. Then when it comes to these big blocks... I think we're seeing this a little early. Because... is that even going in there? It kind of looks like it is. Kind of looks like it's going in there. So let's configure. I mean, maybe we're going to start to deal with, like, blocks that are just naturally triple the size at some point. I think it's introduced me to more than I need, right? Okay. That appears to be one of the things we're going to need. Let's actually go and get rid of all this. Yeah, all of that can go. That thing. I don't know how that got there. Bam. Right, let's start figuring out the Scarecrow. So, going to take advantage of the thing we're standing on. It will allow us to create all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we're trying to do this like maximum productivity thing, the idea is that we would want 5 extractors, but we ain't going to get near that. I'm going to go ahead and do... there we go. Yeah, we're gonna put them in like that. See, we're thinking a little different now. And I guess we'll create 2 belts, but they're probably both going to be maxed out, I imagine. So that's probably not the way to do it. Or maybe, I don't know. It didn't look so bad, did it? Let's run a longer line. Yeah, that's not getting maxed out. Interesting. Okay. I've got an idea of in my head of where I'm going with this chat, but bear with me. This one comes across this way. Is there like a belt balancing thing I can do here? I feel like there is. Now, I don't know if that's going to be sound or not. It kind of looks like this side backs up before this side, so I'm not sure if that actually balances it the way I think it does, but we're experimenting. We're trying to learn stuff about this game. So, let's think about the shapes that we need for the Scarecrow, right? We've already got one. Oh, we actually only need 3 shapes. I guess it doubles up, so we're going to keep those on separate belts. So now we need 2 to go through a machine, and that one needs to go through a machine as well. Now, the thing with the machines is that they slow stuff down, don't they? They slow things down. Let's see if we can learn by how much as well. Oh yeah, you need to have something actually go into it. Okay, configure. I think we want that one. And we definitely want that. Okay. This is really nice. I feel like this information on your screen more often would be better. Also, the size of the thing itself is really quite small. Oh, interesting. This thing's got tools to help you. Okay, how long does it take to cut? Like, was 0.5, right? What is the pump speed here? 1? And then there's like this little 4 number. And then that one's doubled, 8. For a second. So I think... What is it telling us here? I think in theory you would need... Oh, do you know what? There's a block that's going to help us so much for testing this stuff. I just realized this is like really, really useful. Let's go ahead and select all of that and copy it. Now the belt behind it is continuously flowing at the moment. But is it slow? It's slowly backing up. We've got to remember we're actually looking for 5 ingredients here. So I think if we were getting enough of these blocks that 5 was full up all the time, then we would want to scale this appropriately. But I think that tells us that we probably don't want to do that. And you know what? There's going to be a fair bit of block processing in here. So I think we might leave it at that. We've got to get more stuff going on here as well. Yeah, we can actually use this to figure out how to balance this. So if I go ahead and copy this whole like destroyer idea, I'm gonna get rid of that one for this experiment. We need that shape? No, that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I need to double that up. So this one at the top, that's where I'm missing one. Let's go ahead and cut that and put it here. Select this, copy. So we need 2 like that, that's what we need. And then we need another type of manipulation here. Actually, I've set it up for the wrong one. Is it that one? No. No, it's not. Actually, we need the cutter. Cutter is the same speed. Yeah, there you go. Now we can get that. Right, now we want to sort of look at what's going on back here. We've kind of lost... We lost something here. It basically doesn't quite work, this idea, does it? Well, I think we don't have enough blocks coming out of here to really look at balancing this properly. So let's go ahead and just try and make a little more sense out of this. I think we can definitely run all of this into one thing together. Yeah, I've got to probably tear up way more of this to rebuild this. Okay, let's start again. That is the way I think we're going to run it. Except, does that work as well? Yeah, okay, so now they come together and then they get split out in all the different directions. And we obviously don't have enough. And the nearest one like that is over here. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go crazy. Copy that. Getting a little bit of that shapes copy and paste. Look at this. This is where we should have done it. It's massive. Actually, I could just change and go there, couldn't I? Let's go ahead and wipe that out. And then cut this. Although, did I pick this because it was in proximity to something else? Probably. You know me. Right, so that should give us a bit of a better start with all of this. Yeah, there you go. Items go through a little quicker. I love using these destroyers, though. It really helps you get going. Okay, so now we want 2 lots of yellow. We want white and blue somewhere as well. Now we got yellow over here. Gonna go ahead and do this. Now this is where, like, I think like blueprints like Factorio might come in kind of handy. And then we start with the blue thing at the bottom, don't we? So those two together would make what we want. Ah, look, I can do that. Although we're going to need paint extraction here. Oh, that's so handy. We're leveling up our gameplay. Dye dispensers, that's what I want. Okay, so can't build over the top. I would kind of like it if you could do that. Let's go over here. Then what are we going to need? You know, I already know that this is going to throttle whatever we do behind it, but I'm sort of tempted to like try and maximize stuff, because here's where you'd want an array, right? But we're not going to, because, you know, we'll come. One of them will give us the opportunity to do that, I'm sure. Looks like I missed a bit. Right, so now we got the bottom shape, right? Except, no. If we glue these pieces together, it won't be that. It won't be that. I could run it from here. I'm going to run it from back here. I've got the wrong shape, basically. This is where we were originally building this. Okay. We just want to do this fast now, because I don't think we're going to challenge ourselves the way I wanted to. And yes, now our compactness is out the window. It's fine, don't worry. It is absolutely fine. Let's go get a destroyer and check out the noise scenario. Ah. Lucaro1357, thank you for 69 months. Tee-hee, haha. Redemptions, man. I'm gone for 1 week and this whole stream goes topsy-turvy. Say what? What's gone wrong? Zasper in chat asks if I'm going to play the Factorio DLC when it comes out in 4 weeks. Yeah, that's why I've been playing and streaming Factorio to like prep for it. Alright, now we're creating the thing we want. What goes next is the white blocks, which we're going to create from here. So we've got to extract some dye. Let's go ahead and doing some serious power play now. I'm wondering if one of the challenges the levels will start to throw at us is like space management. That'll become a bit more of a thing. Right now, though, it's not much of an issue, is it? So we're going to paint these blocks. Very good. Yeah, so then we'll get that and we'll need to split it. This is, again, this is where an array might actually kind of make a little bit of sense. Although, again, probably going to get throttled by the stuff later on. Let's actually, I didn't want, oh, dude. Is there an undo button? Oh, look at that, there's an undo button. No! Let's go ahead and do it like this. Drag you over here. Around the corner. California. Say what? No! Right, so here's where we want to paint. And then after that, what's the painter speed, by the way? The painter speed is 1. So after this, we kind of want to split into 2 again. As you're about to see, we will grab some machines. I say that, isn't one of these staying the same? Yeah, one of them's actually staying the same, so there's only one of them that needs to be split into 2. Let's go ahead and grab... is it the sloper I think we want here? Well, that is the one we're after. Okay, then we want a machine. What machine do we want? I thought I was about to make a mistake, but I think we can do this. Oh yeah, we're going to need to use the big stackers soon, aren't we? Okay, we're going to put that there and that there. Oh, that's 4x4x4. Okay, so the next one is the big stacker, right. Let's go do some stacking. Big time, though. Yeah, I can see space management being an interesting aspect of this game, too. Wow, that is wild. Okay, now this one should be usable. Did I get something wrong here? Do I have to put them onto a big belt to get them in? That doesn't sound right. No way, yeah, okay. Huh. That's kind of annoying. Because then you got to do that. And now stuff starts to look a little crazy. No, and it don't like that. Okay, we got it. Right. Wasn't it that way around? Because I got ahead of myself a little bit. So now we're working on the big belts from this point onwards, basically, which is kind of weird. Means you have to look at the space a little differently again. All right, let's come back to the next part of the Scarecrow. So we're going to want those yellow blocks from somewhere, and the golden ones here. Now we got like 3 bits here in the stacker, and it's kind of making sense to me now that maybe you should have combined those 2 and then these 2, but we haven't got everything in the same place because there's 8 in total. So we're going to end up doing this kind of effectively inefficiently, I think. Maybe we should reassess that idea, because we could put this stacker here quite easily, actually, and then we just need to get the thing that goes on top of that, which happens to be this. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to come back here and redo a lot of stuff in this area now. Might be kind of handy to add a big destroyer over here. Although, to be fair, this isn't staying in the same space, is it? Right. Let's get back to here. We're going to build the bottom bit first, and then we're going to build the bit after it over there. That's going to need some of that yellow. So, Gonna share the output a little bit here. Which wasn't the original plan. Okay, we don't want stuff connecting too much, which it's not. Well, that's good. Except it's like, no! And I have no idea. What block? What is that? That's, oh. I guess I just got to rebuild it, because I copied it. Configure it. I think it was that, and then that's on top, right? Let's save that. Then down here, yeah, it's got the same problem. Can't do the copying. Alright, stack that. I kind of forgot on Scarecrow. Is that actually correct, the bottom? Let's check it out. No. No. Skip something. That needs to be, like, flipped. Ah. There isn't a vertical flipper, is there? There isn't, like, a rotator. There's a sloper. Oh. Oh, boy. So when I grabbed this shape, it was the incorrect shape. Where is the correct shape that I want? Is that it? Making little mistakes like this is annoying. So we just want a 4x4 block. Which again is that yellow one there. Wow. I think in the next one we need to think things through a little bit more. I'm gonna, unfortunately this level's gonna end up being a bit of a catastrophe. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the production here. It'll back up eventually. And then we're going to take these, and they're going to basically replace this one, I think. Yeah, they're going to replace this one. I know I'm doing everything super janky now, but live and you learn, right? Okay, so we're going to get the correct shape coming through here. And then somewhere here we've got to adjust that shape. So it's going to be square block and we need to slope it. Let's go 1, 2. What do I think it's 4? I don't know why. But we should have a really good throughput here. So this could be a test of the ratio possibly. I guess we're throttled by that. No, it doesn't make any sense. If I doubled up that bit, then maybe this would make sense. Also, we've got to tell it that type. That's correct. Let's make those Legos. Kind of looks like 2 to 1 of those makes sense. That's balanced. Kind of just looking at that and thinking, maybe we can quickly scale this up. I don't think there's enough blocks coming through here, right? Although that'll speed up. Does the teleporter slow him down? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I lost a little bit here. Righty-ho! Let's check it out. Oh my goodness me. I gotta rebuild this. Is there like a clear reset? There you go. It's R for reset, E to configure. Finally, right. Bottom 2 blocks are in place. Then we want to combine that with this over here. So we're going to need a teleporter somewhere around here. Wonder if it lets me drag across and automatically put in a teleporter. It doesn't. Would be nice. Very good. So I guess here is where we build another one of those. That's on the bottom. This is on the top. Now that is the most that we can do one of those. So the next thing we want to do is all of that again except for the top half before we start using the mega stuff. Except, no, something is horribly wrong here. I don't know how I got that so wrong. Is that correct? Yeah, what the heck am I doing? I'm completely losing track of stuff. So here that's supposed to be on the bottom. That's great. It's that this bit here was supposed to be changed. What the heck? How did I get that so wrong? Because there's a double bit there. We need that single brown bit now. That's actually going to come from over here. This is an extraordinary mess we're creating, my friends. Extraordinary. I think it makes sense to go that way now, although it has been arranged to be placed like that. Okay, so now we need that middle one. No, not the middle. Is it this one here? Of course, it's the one at the opposite side. I no longer care about how ridiculously messy this is looking. We're just going to embrace it now. We're going to embrace the chaos. Let's get a teleport thing. And that needs to come over here. Oh dear. Okay, let's go and remove that. Bring it back to here. Okay, and redo the teleport. I'm leaving myself like no space for what I need to do here. Dude, this is super janky. That'll do, that'll do. What if I press 1 and 2? No, 1 and 2 doesn't work to get to the teleporter. That's wrong. Oh my god, right. Oh, I brought it in here. I thought I was going to bring it in somewhere else. Never mind. Huh. This was supposed to be a really well thought out thing, and it has not been. It has not been that. Oh wait, dude, I don't even need to change that. So, oh god, I thought I was going to put in some manipulation around here. That's why I started trying to clear out all this space, because I thought I had stuff to do. We've already done that step. Okay. So now we get to go here, reset, clear it. That thing, then that thing. Come to this bit, clear it, do that. Oh, I thought I just cleared you. There we go. That's the bottom of the Scarecrow, right? Next bit is to join 2 yellow ones together. Oh my god, that's going to be so easy. We'll do it right here. Again, now you're looking at it thinking that could be done back there, but whatever. We're just on a bit of a mission now to get this done. Cool. Right, above that is this requires like double? Yeah. I think if we were to do this efficiently, we have to sort of go through all the steps one by one and calculate for stuff like this, because it's all right getting these shapes ready, but then I realized that you've got to double up the joining of things for this bit, so we got to run it through 2 lots. So we got to use 2 lots of gluers next. What are the shapes again? Let's get rid of the destroyers now. Are we just... Yeah, we're just doing the same thing each time. That's brilliant. Okay, so we got to glue, and then stack. So, glue in here, glue in there, and then stacking after. Okay, let's go configure this machine. Luckily, we know exactly how to put this one together. Because we've looked at that Scarecrow a stupid amount of times. Surely, I wouldn't forget how this works. Okay. Then we come to this one. That on the bottom. This on the top. Brilliant. Now, our output here has to go over here somewhere. And we want another stacker. Yay! Right, okay. Oh, no, wait. Hang on a second. I thought we were splitting this up into... Wait. What's confusing here? Why can't I... There we go. I can rotate it. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this a stacker? It is. Did I jump the gun here? Oh, I just jumped the gun. I must have thrown an error at me that I thought was the height. Anyway, so go to there, and you can go to here. Now we're gonna. Oh my god, finally getting this done, peeps. Finally getting it done. Except I kind of want you actually to be on the other side. Okay. Whoops. Dude, what is with this? It's me, but I keep pressing the wrong key. Right. Mega stacker. Finally getting there, peeps. Think I've got to rotate that. That has got to be it. That has got to be it. Alright, finally. They are pretty big. They are pretty tall. Did I do anything wrong? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Come on now. Let's speed it up. Let's speed it up. I want to complete the second diorama. This has been an immense amount of fun, hasn't it, chat? Complete the diorama. Let's do it. Little birdie. Got my pumpkins. That's the crow, actually. This is the little birdie. Why are the crows hanging out? Dude's got a staff now. What's my reward? 3 out of 4? I want more. Fireworks. Sped up fireworks. That's a little wild. And confetti. You've got confetti cannons here. Yeah, so produce 80 of these and then we're good. Bell Stevens says, did I do anything wrong? You ignored chat for ages while we tried to help. Hey, I just got completely sucked into it, you know. Leave me be. Leave me be. Thanks for the GGs and the grats. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I reckon we're going to see the colour mixer before long. Tamala says, let him enjoy it, lol. Yeah, let me enjoy it. Let me have my fun. Come on. Yeah, this is cool. I do like this. I'm seeing some of those similar kind of issues of like scaling and learning all the amount of this you need for that. Shapes did something really nice where it calculated it for you. So like down here, I mean, I'm not sure what 8 means. I think 8 means 8 of those for a fulfilled belt because a belt does 4 a second. So I do think it's trying to tell you that. So then, yeah, 1, 4. That's got to be what that bit there means down here. Yeah, I'm looking. Next thing I want to do is really get that stuff right. And the bit where it gets a bit tricky is it feels like you extract all these resources here, right? But like I've got 34%, of 1 US, which means I need 4 of these machines to fill up a full belt. So if we're going to do that in the next area, we really need to get enough of these down to begin with in order to do the rest of it fulfilled. Now, if we look at the scale here, it looks like the one thing that's throttling it might be this belt here. I'm going to guess, though, if I try and feed a bit of that in there, it's just going to be the same problem. So maybe like finding more of that block and funneling it here might increase the overall production. Anyway, that was pretty cool. Thank you for playing the demo. Oh my god, I really want to keep playing. Oh, dude, let's look at what else there is. Oh my god. I want to make all of I want to make all of those things. Okay. Giant melon slice. Ah, interesting. Dude, what is that? Yo. Oh my god, those things there, what are they? I think they're color mixers. Dang. Let's keep playing. So now, everything unfortunately is unlocked. We can't even go here. I don't know if there's another way to obtain those. And I would love to be able to earn more coins to see. Double crafter? Oh, delivers the spare part. That's handy. Brightener, darkness, soft painter. Cool. I'm gonna unlock that. I want more blocks. Oh, I can also unlock the stacker as well. Stacker 3.0. Yeah, so that's about as much as the game as we can see right now. This is definitely something I am going to be very interested in with time. Now, I always like to leave a little bit of feedback on a game after I've played it, and sometimes this might say more about me than the game, but I've picked up on a few quirks here and there that I think could do with some improving. The way you jump into the menus with one, I guess you got the tab button there to swap through. That's really nice. So that's very much like shapes. That's good. So when you're trying to click, like if I use the pipette tool here, it's not happening to me right now. If I get the camera angle right. What am I doing wrong here? Earlier, it felt like I would look at how the cursor is on the building and you're actually selecting the tile behind it. I'd use the pipette tool and I would get a belt. But it's not doing that now. Again, that might just be me pressing 1 instead of Q. What were the other things? There are just a couple of other things that caught my attention. Can't really remember it now. That was one that really felt a bit off. I think maybe the way this works, like, is it on shapes when you've dragged once, you're still in drag mode? Was something I kept doing that felt like it could be a little smoother. Yeah, I think I've just, these things that I was struggling to grow accustomed to, I'm now quite accustomed to, so maybe they're not too much of a big deal. But definitely the pipette tool, right? So like pick up, and then I think pressing it again to cancel would be really good. That was one thing we did sort of talk about at one point. And then I don't know how far this game's going to go in terms of like challenging you, but I feel like space could be an interesting challenge here. Maybe production speed, like optimizing the speed at which things arrive, could be really interesting too. I think shapes had anchors whilst placing belts. Anchors could be handy too, yeah. Definitely. Hey, chat, why don't you let me know what you thought? Let's see if we can pick up a few more things. Maybe the devs catch this stream and looking for some feedback and stuff. Like, yeah, for me, it's the pipette tool. Like, pressing it again to drop what you just selected would be really nice. But that's like a Factorio thing. And then I did have some trouble with selecting the buildings, but it seems to be okay now. Maybe it was the mega structure that did it, actually. Let's go... wait, how do we go just back? Click there. Okay, let's save and exit. Okay, it does come back to this screen. I thought it would take you to the main menu. There needs to be more rewards for producing and more faster, in my opinion, says Maddie. Yeah, maybe. So it's currently like get 80. So you build your factory, then you wait. So to me, this goal here is just asking you to wait, right? So like it might as well just be 10, and then there should be like a further goal for reaching a production speed. So that can sometimes be cheesed by backing things up on a belt. So maybe that's a downside to doing that. But like I think getting bonuses for production speed would be kind of cool. Encourage you to scale up. I also thought the progression could have been slower. Like this scaled up, the difficulty scaled up really quickly, I thought. And there's quite a lot of stuff going on here. I think you could be a bit more gentle with it. So, if I use the pipette tool, oh my god, I was definitely having trouble with this a moment ago. I was trying to, was it this one? It's working just fine for me now. Never mind then, never mind. I was selecting something and it was like, I was getting the thing behind it and I'm thinking, what is going on here? And then I realized it's like, well, my cursor's on this building, but I'm actually looking at something behind it, but it's just not doing that now, so never mind. Never mind. X has a visual filter for chat. He only reads the messages you don't want him to read. Yep. Please check your extraction users. Not all of them are extracting onto the belt. Oh, right. Where was that? What was that? Oh, I guess when they back up, they're not, right? But the problem here was just managing the flow of items. And one of the tricky things with this is that, look, 89% of 1. So you go from needing 4 to fill up a belt to having to do a little more math. And the size of these things here, if you want to scale up and get your belts full, they're not particularly big. But that was something we learned, like, right at the end. No, X, they're not connected to the belt. I don't know what we're talking about now because, like, we're just talking about the game a little bit. Indeed. Moreover, there's the 3 times faster button and production rates that don't really matter. I don't think we've seen what's going on with this, though, right? Like, we're just seeing the beginning of scaling up. I think you'll end up with things that don't fit on a regular belt and cover all 3 of those. So yeah, over here, production rates could be interesting. I'm not sure if I have much else to say beyond what we've said now. Look at the extractor closer. Oh, we're on about that? It doesn't really matter, but I'll have a look. Oh, what, here? Yeah. That? No, that's not it. It does look a bit odd, so they're connected. Like, we finished playing, so I don't know why it's a big deal, but I guess somewhere there's an extractor that isn't properly connected. I don't know where it is. They're all facing the right way at these spots. From watching this stream, I really like the concept. Would need to play the game before forming any criticisms. Yeah. I mean, like, the trick with, like, if you're the person developing the game, you can listen to people tell you stuff directly, but sometimes it's better just to watch what people do and make your own decisions because you're designing where you want the game to go. And the other thing is, even if someone hasn't played it, as long as that context is provided, like if you come out saying this thing's wrong, this should change, and you never played it, then that's a bit silly. But if they also know you haven't played it, it gives you that insight into what it looks like. So I think all feedback and information is valid, but you need the full context because sometimes it can be quite insightful to see how people see a game, right? Like, someone watching might not realize something really obvious you're trying to do, and it's like, oh, it could say that somewhere on the screen, you know, current goal. And then they're watching you do this thing and they realize, oh, you're trying to do this, right? You know, sometimes things like that can be important too. Just 2 of the 6 are connected in every single place. Really? Ah, I see it. I see it. Wow. Oh, dude, that is kind of a huge deal, isn't it? Because that would give us so much more throughput. And that's everywhere? Dang. Not here, though. It might all just start speeding up. That's curious. Right. That wasn't a problem here, though. So in this setup, that was fine. What about over here? Oh, another thing I did is I slowed down some of the movement speed for the camera. By default, they're quite high, I found. Okay, that one's fine. Maybe it was just that one that was throttling it all. Doesn't look like it's affected the speed they go through much at all. They had a gap of 2, roughly. Is that going to increase? It's still 2 all the way around. It might take a moment for that to trickle in. Nah, it's just throttled by these here. And I guess that wasn't really causing a problem before, right? But yeah, well, good spot, good spot. Right, amazing game. I absolutely want to play some more right now, but that's as much as we got. So yeah, I don't know. And if the devs do happen to be watching, I don't know if they're going to give out like... Because I watched someone play this game when it was in like a pre-release. I have no idea how far they got into it. But I don't know if they're giving content creators more access to it or whatever, but I would love to be a part of that. Because that was awesome. That was like... Obviously, it's shapes and Lego, but it's satisfying. There's some new challenges. I like the gluing and stacking. Coloring stuff's cool, and it looks like it's got more to offer in the future. But yeah, really, really awesome. Really awesome. Let's wrap up the stream here. I doubt there'll be anyone else playing this game, so I'm not going to bother looking, because no one was streaming it, and it had 2 followers. Which is not a lot. I'm going to send you over to False today. False is streaming some Vault Hunters, so stick around for some good old Minecraft Vault Hunting action. I'm gonna bounce, peeps. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.